I had a crash which kind of stopped me from pursuing becoming a personal trainer. But I'd probably say around the age of 18 is when I started training and taking it more seriously. I think a lot of people take so much for granted, like just standing on two legs, being able to run, being able to jump, all these little things. I have tough days and I have good days, but you have to kind of find the mental strength to be able to try and push through and make the most of each day. To hear that I've got arthritis and that's the cause of my pain as well at quite a young age, I was quite shocked, but at the same time it was something that was told to me before when I had the accident in the first place anyway, so I knew it was coming.
You alright, mate? How are you doing today?
I'm very good, thank you. And yourself?
Yeah, I'm very well. Welcome to the Chinwag podcast. First of all, just introduce yourself to the viewers and what you do.
I am Above Limits Fitness and I'm a personal trainer.
Good stuff. So, how did you get into sport from a young age? Who got you into sport and what kind of sports were you playing growing up?
Right, so from a young age, I've always been into boxing. One of my idols and still probably one of my most favourite boxers to this day is Mike Tyson. Just love his style and his philosophies to boxing and his opponents that he goes against. But growing up, I obviously took part in track and field where I done 100 metres, 200 metres, and I was always part of the relay team as well.
So, did you just do athletics or did you play a wide variety of sports at a young age?
I participated in football growing up in going to high school and stuff. Touched other sports like tennis, badminton, swimming. Swimming led me on to doing things like being a lifeguard as well.
So, you said you were a PT. How did you get going to the gym at first? What age did you start going? Why did you start going? Just tell me from the moment you decided to get into the gym from a young age.
Well, when I went to college, I done a sports course which led me on to doing my level 2 gym instructor. It was just shortly after that where I had a crash which kind of stopped me from pursuing becoming a personal trainer. But I'd probably say around the age of 18 is when I started training and taking it more seriously.
So you said you took it more seriously. Did you have a personal trainer at the time to train with, or did you just go off your own back and go to the gym by yourself doing your own plans?
I've always seen different kind of personal trainers, different gyms I've attended, but I've never had a personal trainer myself.
We'll get onto your crash because that is a big thing that's played in your life. So tell me, how old were you and what happened in the crash that made you stop obviously training? So just tell me what happened.
So as I said, I was about 18 when I started doing my level 2 training course. God knows how long that course takes now, as it was probably over 10 years ago. But I was 21 when I had the crash. Unfortunately, I was driving my moped at the time and a car was pulling out of a petrol station and it was actually a subwoofer that was going off that made me realise a car is going to be coming out. I tried to swerve out of the way and then he crashed into me, knocking me on my left side.
So what injuries did you have from that?
Several. I broke my tib and fib in 4 places with open fractures, so my leg was literally zigzagged, but I also broke my ankle and I broke my foot as well.
So how did that affect you mentally? Obviously you said you were quite sporting, doing athletics, football, you said you were into boxing as well. So from when you were recovering, how did that affect you mentally, not being able to play those sports?
It was devastating, to be honest. I spent about 3 weeks in hospital. I've had, till this day, 10 operations. So what they had to do was recomp my whole leg, as it was obviously mangled. I've got several scars to go with it. They had to take a patch from one leg to stick it onto the other. But yeah, I couldn't walk for a year, so I was bedbound. And yeah, it just knocked me completely. I'd say I was definitely rock bottom, lowest part of my life.
So, what did you do to occupy your time? Because you're quite an active person at a young age. So, what did you do to combat lying around in your bed and trying to fill that gap of sport? What did you do?
Well, people that know me know that I'm quite strong-headed and stubborn. I always try to push myself a little bit more every day. Obviously, with the kind of injury that I had, it was very difficult where even putting any kind of pressure through the leg, having a cage around it was excruciating pain. So slowly but surely you had to kind of listen to your body and assess how far you could push it each day. And I still remember the first time I actually took my first few steps. I felt like I was a baby again. But yeah, I also watched a lot of podcasts and
Now you're on one, the best one.
yeah, first one. But yeah, this YouTuber I found called Eric Thomas, and he gives a lot of motivation speech, and he kind of gave me that energy and motivation to really push myself.
So you mentioned Eric Thomas, and he's a YouTuber. Did you meet him, and did you go into rehab with him, or was he just on the internet for you to go off?
Well, yeah, I mean, I would have loved to have met him, but he's actually in America, I believe. Yeah, I just really watched his videos and other people's motivational stories where...
What kind of content was it? Obviously, you said motivational stuff. So is it just motivational talking? Because obviously, I don't know who he is. So what kind of content was he making that intrigued you so much?
Just more so your mindset, and are you going to really let things hold you back? And when you want things as much, I mean, he's got one saying of when you want to succeed as much as you want to breathe, then you will succeed.
Okay, so obviously your confidence was really low at the time, and you said you went through surgeries. What surgeries? What was your first surgery? And you said you're still having surgeries to this day.
Yeah.
So what was your first surgery, like the very first one after your crash?
The very first surgery was they had to cut open the side of my leg to relieve the pressure.
Oh my God.
Apparently, because I think the partner I was with at the time was there, and they were saying that my leg was the size of Shrek's. So, I mean, they had to release a lot of pressure, but yeah.
So during your recovery, as I said before, you couldn't play any sports. Did that affect you in any way with your mental health, or was it just smooth sailing and you were fine? Which I can probably predict the answer.
Yeah.
So just tell me what was going through in your mind, what were you thinking?
Well, obviously, as a young man, being told by the doctors that I'll never be able to do sports again was devastating. But I mean, to be honest, all the drugs that I was on at the time, as in like the morphine and all the painkillers, you don't necessarily think about that as much as your body needs so much time to rest through all the surgery and all the injuries that have taken place. But when things started sinking in, I remember the first time I came out of hospital, so after the 3 weeks, everything felt so surreal, and I lost so much confidence.
Everything as in?
As in just looking at the outside world.
Okay.
Because I think a lot of people take so much for granted, like just standing on two legs, you know, being able to run, being able to jump, all these little things are now more so challenging for me. And just over the years, it's a constant reminder, because the flexibility in my foot, constant ghost pains or even actual pains, it's all quite...
demoralizing?
Yeah, and it really... I have tough days and I have good days, but you have to kind of find the mental strength to be able to try and push through and make the most of each day.
So obviously you didn't fight the battle of your mental health by yourself. So who helped you during that dark time, and who helped you and who guided you through that?
Well, I was very lucky to have a lot of family around me. The partner that I was with at the time as well was very supportive. She was by my side every day. Um, but then also times like these, your true friends really do show, and just having them around and having their support meant a lot. That I didn't have to go through these things by myself. That there's always someone out there that will take the time to listen, which is really nice.
So to this day, you said you're still having surgery. So how is it affecting you now? That, or that I know it was 10 years ago, it's a very long time, but how is it still affecting you in your day to day life?
So more recently, I was getting more pain in my foot, especially where there was overgrowth of bone on the metatarsals, and the consultant said I've got arthritis growing in there, and there was multiple.
How did you react to that kind of news that the doctor was saying to you?
Well, I mean, before the last operation I had, I was still going to the gym. I was doing my 5K runs, and I felt fit as I've been in a long time. To hear that I've got arthritis and that's the cause of my pain as well at quite a young age, I was quite shocked. But at the same time, it was something that was told to me before when I had the accident in the first place anyway, so I knew it was coming.
So with the arthritis, are you going through like therapy? So how are you trying to combat it, or did you have another? Do you need another surgery?
Well, luckily, over these last 10 years, I've obviously been researching into my fitness, and I've been taking gym serious again, which has helped to build my confidence. So at the moment, I'm trying to do my own research, work on my compound exercises, and just work on the mobility of the foot. But I do have physiotherapy coming up, which I'm hoping is going to get me back to where I was before the surgery.
So what kind of exercises do you need to do to increase the mobility in your foot right now?
As I was a swimmer before, as I said, I do quite a lot of swimming, which I try and work the mobility of the ankle. And then because of where the pain is in my foot, I'm trying to do a lot of motion raising on my toes and just using low body weight and just trying to build up from a low foundation upwards. But yeah.
So how long did it take for you to get back into fitness after everything happened and everything had settled down?
I'd probably say it did take me a few years after the initial crash. As I said, I was bedbound for a year, and then I had to have physiotherapy to kind of make sure everything was running okay. As I said, I had to recomp my whole leg again. But yeah, I'd probably say it took me about 5 years after the crash for me to think, okay, I want to take fitness serious again, because obviously from being away from fitness and not looking after myself as I was before the crash.
Not looking after yourself
As in enjoying the other finer things of life, eating wherever I wanted, and just not concentrating on my health as much.
Okay, so how did that confidence come back? Was it just because your leg was getting better and you were getting physically better, which affected you mentally, as in getting better mentally as well? Or what made you more confident and wanting to go on that journey of becoming a PT?
Well, to be honest, when I was back on my feet, I got back into working again, where I was socialising with other adults and just getting back into the real world, to the reality of things, where people were showing me that I'm still young and not to just think, right, this accident's happened and that's it, that's going to change my life. I wasn't going to let this get the better of me, basically. And each job I had, so I mean, I've done security work, I've done construction work, being a lifeguard. They're all different kind of experiences, but it weren't, I didn't feel like it was the passion that I wanted as a career. So I wanted to get back to my fitness and take it more seriously again.
So how did you uh, go on the pathway to get back into your fitness? Did you start going to the gym and then you thought, oh, I really enjoy the gym, so I want to become a PT? Or just talk me through how that came about.
Yeah, that was kind of it really. So after I finished working, um, yeah, sorry, after I finished doing my jobs, people were saying to me that they wanted to either train with me or if I could write them up a program. And because I was more,
We trained together a couple of times as well.
yeah, we've done a few sessions,
Doesn't show on my body though.
sessions a few years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I was taking more time on myself, I wasn't thinking to put it into a career at that time. It wasn't until more recently with the job I was in and obviously being a father of two kids, prices of things going up as well and being short on money, someone said, oh, why don't you try and find a side hustle? Like, what do you love doing? Like, you've always been into your fitness. Why don't you become a personal trainer? And as crazy as it sounds, it just clicked like that. I was like, yeah, I'm going to go from a personal training and I want to help people.
So how did you get involved with personal training? Did you apply for courses? Did you talk to people at your gym? Just how did you start your personal trainer journey?
So can I talk about PT Academy?
Yeah, of course you can.
So obviously, as I said, because of finances were quite low at the time, it was quite hard to find a course that I'd be able to pay for. But I found a company called PT Academy, which do a 0% finance that would allow me to do my level 3 course. So yeah.
It was level 3 the starting place for you, or was there level 1 and 2?
So I'd done my level 2 gym instructor before my crash, but then the crash happened. So that's what kind of threw me off becoming a personal trainer earlier.
So you've always wanted to become a personal trainer, because obviously you said you'd done it before. You did the course level 2 before your crash, and then obviously the crash happened and it took a long time for you to recover, and then level 3 you did after, right? So what other courses and stuff have you done? Was level 3 quite recent?
Level 3 is quite recent. There are other courses that I want to take on to give a better service to my clients. But at the moment, it's just the level 3 that I have been doing.
So with that, do you need any more qualifications to become a PT, or are you good to go now to just work in a gym?
Yeah, I'm good to go now to work in the gym. But obviously, to become a better personal trainer, it's all about the knowledge you know. So before I actually done the course, naively, I thought being a personal trainer was something easy, anyone could kind of do it. But doing the course and learning the knowledge and speaking to other personal trainers, there's so much to it where you have to know about the research, the different exercises, the science behind things, the nutrition behind things, people's lifestyles. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this journey.
So with your journey to become a PT, have you got a set gym to work at now that you're going to start at, or are you still looking for a gym to work at?
So there's been a few interests from a few different gyms, which again has definitely given me the inspiration that I can do this and given me the motivation to go forward with things. But I've recently signed up to work with the gym group at South Ruislip.
So why that gym specifically?
I just think it's a really good place to start as the staff are really friendly. I think clientele-wise, a lot of people like the idea of going to the gym and kind of sign up to the gym but not too sure of what they should be doing around there. So I think it's a good place to start for myself, and also there would be a wide variety of people that I could kind of talk with and gain more experience as a personal trainer.
So now that you're starting at the gym in South Ruislip. Have you had to, since your crash, have you had to train uh, alter your training because of the injuries you sustained, or?
Um, People that have seen me train usually think that there isn't anything wrong with my legs. But realistically, tell you the truth, certain exercises I do depends on the flexibility of my ankle, but I can still do the exercises, but there'll always be pain. Like even every step I can take, there's pain going through my foot.
So what are you most looking forward to about starting at the gym?
With previous jobs that I've had, I've always liked to have personal interaction with people, kind of know what motivates them and inspires them. And I think as a personal trainer, I really want to put that personal back into being a personal trainer and just getting to know different kinds of people, different walks of life, and really hope to see great results in the work that I do.
How do you intend on trying to get clients? Obviously, because you're going to be a new PT at a new gym. They're not going to have seen your face before. They're not going to know who you are and what kind of things you can do with them. So how do you aim to get clients when you start?
That's a good question. It's a question I keep asking myself as well. But I'm hoping more so just being a friendly person that I am anyway. I'm not necessarily seeing it as, because it's not my main income.
Do you want it to be your main income though, in a perfect world?
In a perfect world, yeah, I mean, fitness is my passion and right now it's my hobby. But if it could be my main income and I could be doing this every day, all the time, you know, that sounds perfect to me. But as it is right now, it's just my second job. So I'm using it to kind of gain the experience and I'm just looking forward to enjoying the journey.
What challenges do you think you'll face along your PT journey?
This is going to sound bad.
Go on then.
I think it's people's own motivation. So there's only so much that I can do, but it really, each person, the journey starts with themselves first. So I'm not necessarily going to be approaching people trying to sell my service or trying to get clients to come work with me. If someone wants the help, that's the best place to start. But if they're kind of half-hearted about it, people are going to be falling off and not carrying on working with myself. So I think that's really going to be my biggest fallback.
So as a new PT, and obviously you've gone to the gym for a while now, what kind of stuff do you train, and what benefits has it done for your mind and for your physical health?
So obviously going to the gym, I don't find it as something like, obviously whoever says they don't go to the gym to look good and be in shape, I mean, who really wants to exercise when they could be doing something else? But I find going to the gym helps with mental health as well, because it gets you into a place where you can just solely concentrate your energy into exercise, which does actually release different kind of,
Endorphins.
yeah, that's the one.
I got you. Don't worry.
But yeah, so that's where I found my enjoyment, and I found it's helped me through my journey as well. So it's something for me to obviously concentrate on.
So we're nearly at the end of the podcast. So what does the future hold for Above Limits Fitness?
Ooh. Well, I'm obviously going to be working on my clientele. I want to work on myself as a personal trainer now and improve my knowledge to be able to gain more experience. I'd love to start doing some online coaching and yeah, be running some classes. And I mean, in the future, I never know, hopefully open up my own gym, you know?
Jeez, I love to hear that. Just before we finish, look into the camera. Anything you want to plug to the viewers?
Follow me on Above Limits Fitness.
Good stuff. So if you enjoyed the podcast, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Follow Above Limits Fitness on Instagram. As I said, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you later for more. Oh.
Wow, that's a good save.
You're supposed to be looking out for these two, mate.
Bro, I'm purely focused and trying to not make you laugh, innit?
I'm not laughing though.
Yeah, you're doing good, but I see you also twitching your face so you don't laugh as well.
Twitching my face?
Yeah, you're like
Really?
yeah, a little bit.